What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you a video discussing the hip drop tackle ruling and how they can affect the NFL from this point on. Let's get into it, guys. So the competition committee came to a unanimous vote. I've been waiting on this for a while to see what they will actually vote, and it is official now. The hip drop tackle is now banned. If it is done inside of a game by the defense, it will be a 15-yard penalty plus automatic first down. That's a big news, man. This is big news. You know, me watching football, me playing football my entire life. This is a normal, instinctive, natural reaction move that's going to be hard to really, change in a player's way of playing. You know, it's not like a high pad level hitting at the top of hitting the crown of the helmet thing. This is something different. You know, that's hard as well. Don't get me wrong, but you have some angles, certain situations, you have the wherewithal to know, okay, I'm a little too high, let me aim a little lower. You know, I do understand that, but this hip drop tackle is a little tougher. It's more natural, more reactionary than the targeting, being too high, helmet to helmet type of hit. And I figured this ruling would come down. I didn't know it would be unanimous decision. But I figured it would come down in favor of the offense because, as we all know, every rule for the most part is in favor of the offense. I read a report the other day, and I forgot where I saw that, so forgive me, but I was reading some articles, just learning information, trying to get some knowledge on certain things. And I came across something that said the NFL really wants to boost up the scoring. The last couple of years, scoring has been down around 20 points per game as a whole NFL average. They want to raise that to about 27 plus. And I've been seeing that. I said, that most likely means, more rulings in favor of, of the offense because the quarterbacks make the most money. The receivers are big time playmakers. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, all those guys. And it's been like that in entire NFL history. But the defense, once again, gets pooped on. As a former defender back in my high school and college days, it just sucks to see because our job is already so much harder being a more reactionary side of the football. And now it's like, okay, you're taking away, and it seems like every other year that they're taking away something major to really help the defense out. So let's break down the actual ruling of the hip drop tackle. So the main thing is a player cannot land on or trap the runner below the knee. So I can tell you, I can post right now the link to my highlight tape in high school. You will see that tackle a bunch of times, and no one got hurt. But you can see it. I'm a big 300-pound D tackle, trying to stay in the play, trying to hustle, trying to go one side of the field to the other side of the field. And given certain angles, you're going to have to bring big boys, big running backs, big tight ends down by doing that tackle. So now it's going to be either probably just a hip toss. Instead of a hip drop tackle, you're going to have to toss them by the hip and just sling them. And that could be even thrown as a flag as a necessary roughness maybe, and really hurt somebody, a concussion or something. So stuff like that is tough, man. But, as I say, it's a natural thing to just, a big boy like Derrick Henry, Jerome Bettis, the bust from years ago, from back in the day, Adrian Peterson, the list goes on. It is tough to bring down these running backs. It's tough to bring down these tight ends. And you want them to either, clip them up, trip them up, or I don't know how you want people to try to tackle them. I don't understand it because, certain angles, certain situations call for the hip drop tackle, but now you have to be keenly aware of not trapping their knee or their legs. So you have to do it at a way where you're kind of like tossing them, in my opinion. You guys just like sumo toss them, like swirl and toss them, and like I said, that's going to be a flag as well. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but we will definitely see a lot of flags. We're going to definitely see a lot of game-altering calls, fourth quarter, third quarter, big moments. We might most likely pinpoint that may be wrong, or maybe the new hip drop tackle rule come into play. Maybe wrongly enforced. Sometimes could be debatable, but we even seen it with horse collar tackles. Some stuff aren't horse collar, but as long as it looks like it, they're gonna call it, and it's gonna be the same. I reckon for this new hip drop tackle rule. Also, I love seeing the fans and supporters of NFL social media comments. A lot of people calling out Logan Wilson from the Cincinnati Bengals, calling out T.J. Watt as hip drop tackle merchants. It's just fun to see how people reaction to it. But a lot of people are saying football is dead, football is over. I'm not. I'm not in agreement with that, but I do see where they're coming from. It is tougher to play. Back in the day growing up, I grew up with Ed Reed, Charles Woodson, who's some big hitters? I can't think of no big hitters right now, but Bob Sanders, uh, Ray Lewis, obviously, a bunch of big hitters, safety linebacker spot, and they used to bless people. They used to bless people, and look, I feel for them growing up as a man now, hearing these stories about concussions, CTE, all that stuff. But these players know what they signed up for. You know what I'm saying? I always say that they give up their body, they're giving up their time to make millions, to entertain people, and to live out their dream, or at least pay their bills. Whatever. Some people's NFL who are in the NFL isn't their dream, but they're making the money and they're making the sacrifice to do so. So, they should be okay with what happens with them and their bodies long term, in my opinion. Coming from someone that played and someone that wanted to be at that level, I would be fine, Lord willing, if I were to make it 35, 40, something starts going a little wonky up in the head, up in the body. It is what it is. You made your millions, you had your fun, you lived out your dream. I was willing as a person to get to that point and deal with it, and and some of these players feel the same, some don't. But my thing is, the game was more physical. The game was head hunting, all that stuff, really trying to harm people. Now it's more safer. I get it. I love it for my kids. So my kids are young. They're going to start playing football soon. And I'm happy it's not as dangerous as it was when I played. The heads up, Oklahoma drills, all that stuff. I'm happy it's not as bad as it was. Because being a kid getting concussions, that's not the move. That's not cool. But at the same time, the game does suffer, because I really truly believe the NFL PPA should come to the NFL and say, hey, these defenders' job is dang near impossible. Every defensive position needs a raise. Their cap needs to be higher. So wherever you think they're at right now, like a cornerback, or not even cornerback, let's go linebacker. Whoever lies the highest linebacker paid is, they should next contract. It should be a thing. Defense is harder. We need a premium on defenders now. There should be a premium on any defensive player. Just like you work in a warehouse and you work overnight, okay, you get an extra $5 more, extra $2, whatever the job offers. There should be a premium on being a defensive player in the NFL. It should be, okay, you're a defender, you're a linebacker, you're a lineman, you're a safety, cornerback. You already get an extra $2 million bonus in your contract because, hey, we made your job tough as heck to play. You can't tackle, you can't hit, you can't do any form of tackling, you can't hit above the shoulders, you can't do certain things, and it's literally reports coming out saying the league wants more scoring. And how do you do that? By limiting the defenders and what they can do and what can and can't do. And that's the thing that's really they're behind the eight ball. They're behind on it's not an even playing field, so you see guys like, it made me laugh when you see guys like Snead. Snead just signed a contract with the Titans, got traded and signed to a $19 million deal. Jalen Johnson, $19.5 million deal, something like that annually. But they should have got more. They're playing the cornerback spot at a high level, and they should get about 20 plus million. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't hold, or not hold, but you can't be physical. You can't really, be handsy too much. when receivers can do what they want, dang near, and still, they can push off, still make plays, as long as they extend their arms all the way. But you can like T-Rex extend them and do enough to get like stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. How can you do that being an NFL defender trying to guard these top-notch athletic freaks? You can't use your hands. You can't be physical. You can't battle downfield. When the offense can push off, they can do this, do that, and still be okay. Oh, it's just all in play. So it's gonna be tough for NFL defenders to really make an impact, to really not get penalties or penalized on this call here, because a hip drop tackle, man, we might see it every week of the season. It's gonna be that bad of a rule, in my opinion, that because it calls for it. Kickoff returns, rushes to the outside, quarterback scrambles. Like you can't do it. And I understand the injury part of it, but man, it's just tough trying to get these athletic guys down. They're big, strong, fast, and now the defense is once again hampered on how to bring them down. They once again can't do another thing that can stop the offense. So as a former defensive player, I'm upset about it. I get it. It will hurt the game and will cause for not confusion, but just cause for just social media rants from everybody when a game comes down to a bang bang play like a hip drop tackle that shouldn't be 15 yards and the ball and first down. Like, that's a lot. That's a whole lot for that one thing. But we'll see how it works out. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. But it is what it is. The NFL came to a unanimous vote. They get what they want. Offense is easier, defense is harder. So we'll see how everything shakes out, guys. Well, that's it for the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.